In this video, I'm going to unload on why I think habit building is absolutely crucial to us. I'm going to give you the habit building sales pitch, and afterwards you're going to be convinced that you need to build habits in your life. You have many goals, you have many dreams, you have many things you want to achieve in your life, many changes that you want to make, many things you want to do with your life. But when you think about all these things, they just seem really far off, really unattainable, really huge, like you can't do them. You also have a long track record of failed attempts at trying to make positive changes in your life. So you've tried to go to the gym before, but it's failed, or you've tried to save money, but you failed, or you've tried to lose weight and you failed. And at this point, you're just not really sure. You don't really have any confidence in your ability that you're going to see something through and actually get a result out of it. Yet you can see people all around you that seem to have this figured out. Like the guy that goes to the gym 3 times a week. He's in great shape, has a fantastic physique. Somehow he manages to go to the gym 3 times a week, relentlessly, without ever missing a session. But yet it doesn't even seem hard for him. Why is it that when you try and do this, it's going to be really hard? It's going to be really difficult for you to go to the gym 3 times a week. But for him, it's just easy. It's kind of just the way he is, I guess, right? And you'll never be like that. Is that the answer? But you're looking at this in the wrong way. Let me ask you a question. Can you remember brushing your teeth this morning? I guess you probably can't because it's relatively uneventful or unmemorable thing for you to do. But do you remember having to go through like a wrestling match in your head to get yourself to brush your teeth? Was it like, oh man, you really have to brush your teeth, and then you got the devil and the angel fighting over whether you should brush your teeth or not? Or did you just get out of the shower and did you just brush your teeth automatically without even thinking about it? And now you can't even remember it because it was that insignificant. You see, that's the thing. He goes to the gym in the same way that you brush your teeth, and they're both coming from the same place. They're both habits. In the same way that you effortlessly brush your teeth, he effortlessly goes to the gym. At this stage, it's just become something that he does. He's built this positive habit into his life and he's reaping the rewards of it. And that's the amazing thing about habits, because your brain is pretty amazing and it really wants to save energy as much as possible. So it's looking for these things, it's looking for these behaviors that it can bunch up into what's called a habit and save energy. These habits are stored in a different part of the brain. They're stored in the basal ganglia. Once something gets into your basal ganglia, then it becomes way more automatic and way easier for you to follow through. And the great thing about this is if you know what you're doing, if you put in place the right system, if you put in place the right environment, you can train your brain to make any behavior that you want into a habit. So what I'm saying is that guy is no different to you. He hasn't got anything special going on there. He's just made his gym session a habit. And in the same way that he's done that, you can make any behavior you want into a habit. This is an extremely powerful realization, and once you really get on board with this, it can change your whole life entirely. I mean, imagine what kind of changes you could implement into your life if you start stacking positive habits. Imagine what you'd be like in 1 year if every day for 1 hour each day you read non-fiction books, or you did 30 minutes of meditation, or 3 times a week you went down the gym, or you trained yourself to eat healthily 3 times a day, or you trained yourself to save money and be frugal, or you trained yourself to go to bed early and get up earlier. You can train your brain to build all these positive behaviors into your life, and it won't even feel any harder than it does for you to brush your teeth. Can you imagine how powerful that would be if you could build this into your daily routine? If you could build all these positive behaviors into your routine, what kind of benefits and rewards you would get out of that? It would be massive, right? And this is the secret of high performance. High performers don't rely on willpower. They don't rely on trying harder. They don't rely on pushing themselves to do things they don't want to do and having wrestling matches in their head. They don't rely on that. They use their willpower to build habits, and then everything becomes way easier and way more automatic. The reason why you're not getting in shape, or you're not able to read every day or do your meditation practice, is not because you're lazy. It's not because you're not trying hard enough. It's not something that you should feel guilty about. It's really just a case of you haven't set it up in the right way. Instead of focusing on this huge result or this huge end goal that you're trying to attain, think about the habits that you can build that will inevitably lead you there. So obviously the question you're probably asking me is, okay, this sounds great, but how do you make a habit? Well, that's what my channel is all about. I do lots of videos about how you can form habits, and I do a lot of writing about this as well at warriorhabits.com. But I must say, I'm not an expert on this. I've just spent a lot of time reading and researching studies and books of people who are, And I've come up with the best system that currently works for me. So at the start of this video, I said I was going to sell you on the benefits of habits, and I really hope I've achieved that goal. The key takeaway from this video is just to understand how important habits are and just realize that really massive results, really huge changes, really great things can happen from just building positive habits into your life. I hope you liked this video. If you did, like my video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.